Welcome into your practice today. We'll begin in child's pose with the big toes together and the knees open wide apart. Go ahead and extend the arms out in front of you. And as you separate the hands about the distance of the shoulders, very gently start to come into your breath. Allow the breath to move along the back of the throat, beginning to create a really soft and sweet sound of ujjayi breathing. And as you create the sound of the breath, allow the eyes maybe to close and allow the hands to gently press into the mat as if you could shift the sit bones back a little bit, getting a long side stretch from the fingertips all the way through the roots of the hips. And then very gently with the breath in place, on the inhale, reach the arms further forward and rise up to all fours. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, tops of the feet flat to the mat. And on the inhale, drop the belly, draw the heart through toward the front of the room, lifting the crown of the head and the tail. As you exhale, drop the head, round the spine, doming the back, let the head hang and separate the shoulder blades wide. 3 more like that. Inhale, heart lifts, tailbone lifts to the sound of the breath. Exhale, drop the head, round the spine, dome the back. Inhale, heart rises, tail rises, gaze ahead. Exhale, drop the head, dome the back, press the floor away. Inhale, gaze forward, collarbone spread wide across the chest. Exhale, drop the head, round the back, arms still straight and strong. On the inhale, come back to a flat tabletop pose, pause for a moment, and then take your right arm and lift it straight up toward the ceiling above. Big inhale, spread the right collarbone wide. As you exhale, thread the right arm underneath the left, allow the right shoulder, the right temple to gently rest down toward the mat. And it's very personal. We might stay right here, the left hand near the face. If you feel like you want to extend the left arm forward toward the top of the mat, getting into a little bit of a lengthening space across the left waist, you can do that. Some of us might even send the left arm toward the sky and wrap the left arm behind the back like Marielle has here, just allowing the left shoulder to open, but it's super personal. Any variation that makes sense for you today is perfect. And allow the breath to gently sweep along the back of the throat so you're still connected to the sound of the breath as you drop into the very opening moments of your practice here today. If the left hand's behind the back, inhale it straight up toward the sky, deep breath as it lifts, and then slide the left hand back in front of the face. As you ground down into the left palm, press back up to all fours, send the left arm to the sky, deep inhale as you spread the left collarbone wide. Exhale, thread the left arm underneath the right, allow the left shoulder to gently rest down toward the mat. And then you have all of the same options here. You might extend the right arm forward, sense and see how that feels today. You might wrap the right arm behind the back, getting a little bit of a deeper stretch across the right shoulder if that makes sense. And maybe the eyes close. And if the eyes close, allow the gaze to drop in. And just sense that already at the very start of your practice, you're taking care of yourself, using your breath to guide the way as you open up the left shoulder, this space that will support us all the way through our practice. If the right arm's behind the back, inhale the right arm back up toward the sky, and then placing the right hand back in front of the face, press back to all fours. With the low belly gently lifting, the gaze beyond the tips of the fingers, the back of the neck super long. Just step the feet back, upper push-up plank position. Basically, everything in the upper body stays the same. As the roots of the thighs lift, the heels press back, the heart draws forward and out. You could stay right here, but remember, at any point in time, especially if you're practicing at home, you can put the knees down for support as often as you need. Take a deep inhale, upper push-up plank pose. To the mat as you exhale, lower slow all the way to the floor. Release the tops of the feet. And then run the arms down by the sides. And with the arms down by the sides, take the hands to the low back, interlace the fingers at the small of the back, give the elbows just the tiniest touch of a micro bend so that they don't go past that point of straight. Pressing the tops of the feet down on the inhale, lift the heart, roll the shoulders back, spread the collarbones wide, but tuck the chin just a little bit so that the back of the neck is long as you lift. Beautiful. Exhale, heart, chest, and chin all the way down to the mat. Keep the hands interlacing here. And just one more time like that. Inhale, heart rises, collarbone spread, drag the knuckles back to the heels, and with the the gaze gently ahead of your yoga mat. Take one more breath at the top, and exhale, lower slow, rest everything down to the mat. Release the interlacing of the hands. Bring the hands by the low ribs with the wrists right underneath the shoulders. Hug the elbows in. One time baby cobra. As you inhale, lift the heart. Roll the shoulders back. Soften the back of the neck. Exhale, heart, chest, and chin lower slow. Tuck the toes. Feel the knees lift. Press up and back. Downward facing dog. As you press back to down dog, the sit bones lifting toward the sky. The chest driving back toward the thighs. Firm into the inner hands, and notice that your feet are about the distance of your hips, with the heels hidden out of sight behind the toes. At any point in time, if you feel like you need less in this practice, you can place the knees down for support and take child's pose. Grounding through the hands, take a big inhale, stretch the chest back. As you exhale, gaze forward, bend the knees, lightly step, or if you're ready, float to the top of the mat. On the inhale, glance out halfway, flat back, long spine. Exhale, forward fold and drop in. On the inhale, sweep the arms out, rise up, palms meet overhead. As you exhale, hands to the heart, bring it into the center, and for a moment, close the eyes. So as we start to move through this practice today, we'll have lots of opportunities to twist. And the beautiful concept behind twisting is this great idea of letting go and releasing. So anytime you exhale, there's the opportunity to gently release any thoughts, any energies, any old habits or patterns that you're ready to let go of. But anytime we release, we also make room for something new to come into our lives. So sense that even though you are letting go, you're also making space for something new to step in and fill you back up again. With your intention set, your breath in place, blink the eyes open. On the inhale, circle the arms to the sky. Deep breath as you rise. Exhale, forward fold and dive out over the thighs. On the inhale, glance out halfway, flat back, long spine. Plant the hands as you exhale. Either step back to plank pose or jump to chaturanga and lower slow. Cobra or upward facing. Inhale, lift the heart, roll the shoulders back. Beautiful. Exhale, tuck the toes. Make the shift downward facing dog. And then just with that intention of building some heat and keeping us moving, we're going to take a big inhale and stretch back. Gaze forward, bend the knees. Step, or if you're ready, float to the top of the mat. Inhale, chest out. Exhale, forward fold and melt. Sweep the arms, inhale, rise high, deep breath. Hands to the heart as you exhale, bring it into center, connect. Inhale, circle the arms to the sky, deep breath as the chest lifts. Forward fold, exhale, dive down, let go. Big inhale, chest out. Hands down as you exhale, step or float to chaturanga, let it go. Big inhale, cobra or upward facing. Exhale, downward facing, tuck the toes, firm into the inner hands, and we have two more like this. Deep inhale, stretch back, gaze forward, bend the knees, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale to a flat back, exhale, forward fold and keep the length. Inhale, sweep the arms out, rise high, palms touch to the heart. Exhale, back to center where it counts. Circle the arms, inhale, deep breath to lift. Forward fold as you exhale, dive and melt in half. Inhale, glance out, grow long. Plant the hands as you exhale, step or float back. Deep inhale, shoulders down the back. Exhale, roll over the toes, shift back, downward facing dog. Last cycle here, take an inhale to stretch, look forward, bend the knees, step or lightly hop to the top. Inhale, glance out. Exhale, fold and melt. Sweep and rise. Inhale, deep breath carries you to the sky. Hands to the heart. Exhale to intention. Big inhale, circle the arms. Exhale, forward fold, dive and release. Inhale, glance out and make space. Hands down as you exhale, step or shoot to chaturanga. Big inhale, cobra or upward facing. Exhale, tuck the toes. Press back, pause in downward facing dog. And together, take a deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth. Nice. Step the feet together at the back of the mat. With the inner edges of the feet connected, lift your right leg up and back about the height of your right hip. Gaze back at your right toe and feel how your outer right hip pivots down toward the floor so you have this really safe, flat back from which to move. Take an exhale, knee to the nose, bring it up and in, dome the upper back, roll the shoulders over the wrists, and feel how you're separating the shoulder blades across the back. See if you can keep everything as it is. Just take your right knee to your right shoulder. Keep it there. Left thigh still super strong as the left hip reaches from the mat. Nice. Knee back to the nose. Bring it back into the center, rounding the back. Take your right knee to your left elbow. Little bit of a twist. Knee back to the nose. Bring it into center. Step the right foot to your right thumb into a high lunge. On the back toes, fingertips down low. Pull the heart forward toward the top of the mat and continue to drag your right sit bone toward the back right corner of your mat. Beautiful. With the inner thighs hugging into the center line, place your left hand right underneath your left shoulder and send your right arm straight up toward the sky. As you send your right arm straight up toward the ceiling above, feel how you sit deep into your front right thigh parallel to the mat, but you continue to lift up through your back left thigh as you extend through the fingertips. Take a big inhale here. Reach the right arm out and over your head. Extend the fingertips long from the left heel all the way through the right hand, just creating space across the entire right side waist. Try to wrap and pivot the chest toward the ceiling above. On the inhale, right arm straight up to the sky. Look down at your left hand right underneath your left shoulder. Spin to the outside edge of your left foot. Step back to side plank pose. Right foot stacks on top of the left. If you ever need less, the left knee can come down underneath the left hip. Beautiful. Right arm reaches out and overhead. Extend the fingertips toward the front of the room as the feet flex. Inhale, right arm to the sky, deep breath. Place the right hand to the mat and pause in plank pose. We're going to head into 3 yogi style push-ups. So if you need support, place the knees down on the mat. Take a big inhale, upper push-up. Exhale, hover, elbows in. Inhale, back to plank, good. Exhale, hover and squeeze in. Big inhale, back to plank. Last time, exhale, hover. Inhale, press to upper push-up. Down dog's your exhale, firm the thighs back. Step the feet together at the back of the mat. On the inhale, lift the left leg, the height of the left hip. Continue to rotate that left pinky toe down toward the mat. Knee to the nose as you exhale. Bring it into the center. Roll the shoulders over the wrists. Keep what you have, and as the left heel tries to hug up to your left sit bone, take your left knee to your left shoulder. Beautiful. Shoulders still over the wrists. Knee comes back to the nose. Bring it into the center, and then twist it over to the right. Left shoulder still moving down your back. Knee comes back to the nose. Take a big inhale here. Step the left foot to the left thumb into your high lunge on your out breath. Fingertips down either side of your foot. Traction your heart forward. Get as long as you can through your back and continue to firm the right thigh up and away from the mat. Keeping your right hand underneath your right shoulder. Send your left arm to the sky, stacking your left shoulder on top of your right. So the important thing with twisting is that the hips stay neutral, and it's the shoulders stacking that create the twist. So sit down deep into the front left thigh, but continue to lift the right thigh away from the mat. Big inhale as you open up, left arm out and overhead to extend. Fingertips reach over that left ear, and maybe if it's okay on the neck, you gaze up under the arm toward the ceiling above, but you could look straight ahead or even straight down if that was better for where you are today. On the inhale, left arm straight up toward the sky. Gaze down at your right hand, right underneath your right shoulder. Pivot to the blade of the right foot and step back. Side plank pose, but the right knee can come down any point in time for support. Send the left arm out and over your head. Reach long. Fingertips reach as the tailbone drags to the back of the mat. Big inhale, left arm to the sky, deep breath. Left hand to the mat as your exhale. Pause in plank pose. We're going to do it 3 more times. So if you need the knees, take them. Big inhale at the top. Exhale, hover, chaturanga. Inhale, back to plank. 2 to go. Exhale, hover. Nice breath. Inhale, back to plank. Last time. Exhale, back to upper push-up. Inhale, down dog's your out breath. Firm the thighs back. Beautiful work, you guys. Take a deep inhale. Stretch back. Look forward. Bend the knees. Step or lightly float to the top of the mat. Inhale, glance out. Exhale, fold and melt. Bend the knees. Drop the hips. Inhale to chair pose. Circle the arms to the sky. As you sit down into chair pose, take a goodbye inhale here. Press and rise as you exhale. Twist and open to the right. Spread the arms out wide. On the inhale, sit back to chair pose as the inner thighs drop down. Exhale, press and rise. Twist and open to the left. Collarbone spread wide. Inhale, back to chair pose. Sit it down deep. 1 breath. Exhale, dive and fold in half. Inhale, glance out long through the back. Plant the hands as you exhale. Step or lightly float. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Tuck the toes. Lift the right leg on an inhale. Right knee to the left elbow as you exhale. Inhale, right leg up and back. Lightly step the right foot forward on the back toes. Pull the chest out. Run the arms down by the ribs like wings. Palms to the sky as the shoulders roll down the back. Feel your right hip dragging into the center line and toward the back right corner of your mat. Beautiful work, you guys. On the inhale, circle the arms to the sky. Crescent pose, shoulders stacking over hips. As the fingertips extend up, drop the tailbone down toward the mat. Feel how the low belly lifts up and off of your front right thigh. Take a big inhale, reach up, maybe gaze up, hands to the mat as you exhale, step the right foot back, lower, slow, and release. Deep inhale right into the center of the chest. Exhale, down dog and tuck the toes. Left leg to the sky, deep breath. Left knee, right elbow, twist and cross. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Looks so nice. Step the left foot forward on the back toes. Pull the chest out and run the arms down by your sides. Palms spinning to the sky, the belly floating just a couple of inches off of that front thigh. You feel how the low belly draws up and in, how the front ribs draw up and in, protecting your back. On the inhale, circle the arms, crescent pose as you rise. So nice, just to your own amount. And you could even have a little bend in your back right knee to help the tailbone drop. The back leg never has to be completely straight if it's better for you to have some good support. Take a big inhale, reach up, maybe gaze up, deep breath. Hands to the mat as your exhale, step back and let it go slow. Deep inhale, collarbones wide. Exhale, down dog, tuck the toes, press back and give yourself a moment to breathe. Wrap the outer arms toward the back of the mat. Feel the collarbone spread across the chest. Take a deep inhale, stretch everything back. Gaze forward, bend the knees, step or lightly float to the top of the mat. Inhale, chest out. Exhale, fold and melt. Bend the knees, drop the hips. Inhale, chair pose. Press, rise to stand, twist to the right, open the arms out wide. Inhale, back to chair pose, sit it down deep. Press and rise, twist to the left on the out breath. Inhale, back to chair pose through the center line. Dive and fold, exhale in half. Inhale, pull the chest out. Hands down as you exhale, step or lightly float. Inhale, upward facing, shoulders back. Exhale, tuck the toes and press. Right leg to the sky, deep breath. Right knee, left elbow, twist and cross. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, step the right foot forward on the back toes, crescent pose. Inhale, lift and rise. Hands to the mat as you exhale, step the right toes back and lower slow. Deep inhale, sternum lifts. Exhale, down dog as you press. Left leg to the sky, deep breath. Left knee, right elbow, twist and cross. Inhale, left leg up and back. Lightly step the left foot forward, crescent pose. Inhale, one breath, send the fingertips above. Hands to the mat as you exhale. Same out breath lasts the whole time. Big inhale, drink the breath in. Exhale, tuck the toes, shift back, take a moment and settle into your breath. But remember, at any point in time, you could place the knees down, you could take child's pose, you could take a rest. This is your practice, it's your medicine. If you need it, you know when there's time to just drop in. If it feels right, if you feel ready, take a big inhale, stretch back, gaze forward, bend the knees, step or lightly float. Inhale, chest out, exhale, forward, fold back in. Bend the knees, drop the hips. Inhale, chair pose, deep breath. Press and rise to standing as you twist. Spread the arms out wide. Inhale, back to chair pose. Sit it down deep. Exhale, press, rise, and twist to the left. Inhale, chair pose, last time, deep breath. Exhale, dive and fold in half. Inhale, glance out and grow long. Hands down as you exhale. Step or float to chaturanga. Big inhale, shoulders back. Exhale, tuck the toes. Right leg to the sky, deep breath. Right knee, left elbow, twist and cross. Inhale, right leg rises high. Lightly step the right foot through. Circle the arms to the sky. Crescent pose, deep breath as you lift. Hands come down as you exhale. Step back, elbows hug in. Deep inhale, heart opens wide. Exhale, tuck the toes. Left leg to the sky. Left knee, right elbow, twist and cross, second side. Inhale, left leg up and back. Lightly step the left foot forward on the back toes. Inhale, reach the arms high above the head. Hands to the mat as you exhale. Step back as the elbows hug in. Deep inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, tuck the toes. Right leg to the sky. Deep breath. Step the right foot forward on the back toes. Inhale, crescent pose. As you rise to the top, spread the arms out wide. Roll the shoulders down the back. Feel how the center of the heart lifts up from the base of the body. There's a beautiful open hand, just a gesture of an open heart as the chest lifts. See if you can keep everything as it is, and then just twist to the right. As you twist to the right, left arm reaches forward, right arm reaches back. See if you can gently draw the thumbs back as if you could get the shoulder blades to touch at the back of the heart. On the inhale, straighten the right leg, reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, rebend and send the arms out wide. 2 to go. Inhale, pulse and rise. Exhale, rebend and sit deep. Last time, inhale, rise. Exhale, spread the arms out wide. Start to reach the left arm forward. Left elbow to the outside edge of your right knee, right into the twist. Right palm comes to meet the left, and as the elbows stack, spread the collarbones wide across the chest. Nice work, you guys. Left palm pressing up into the right, and if you had a variation, if you wanted to spread the arms out wide, you absolutely could. Otherwise, hands in prayer is perfect as the thumbs draw back and the crown of the head reaches forward toward the top of the mat. See if you can. Keep the right thigh where it is. On the inhale, back to crescent pose. Circle the arms to the sky. Deep breath. Keep the left arm where it is. Release the right hand to the back of the left leg. Reach up through your left fingertips. Take an inhale. Start to roll the shoulders down the back. Center of the heart lifting as if there was a big beach ball right behind your heart. Beautiful, you guys. On the inhale, right arm to the sky. Deep breath as you lift. Hands to the mat as you exhale. Step back, lower, slow, and release. Deep inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing. Press back, left leg to the sky. Inhale, deep breath. Lightly step the left foot forward on your back toes. Circle the arms to the sky. Inhale, crescent pose as you rise. Spread the arms out wide, what we call prana mudra, just a deep receiving of the breath, as if you could feel the breath landing right in the center of your chest, just filling you up, all that beautiful space, filling anything that you need today. Keep the arms out wide, twist toward the left, right arm forward, left arm behind, as the palms spin to the sky. Spread the arms out wide, draw the thumbs back just the tiniest bit. On the inhale, straighten the left leg, reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, re-bend your left knee. Sit down deep, 2 to go. Inhale, rise and straighten. Exhale, re-bend and descend. Last time. Inhale, left leg straight, arms overhead. Exhale, spread them out wide. Pause. Start to reach the right arm forward. Right elbow to the outside edge of the left knee. Palms connect in prayer right at the center of the heart. And then just check in. First and foremost, your breath, the most important thing that you're here to do today. See if you can press up with the right palm into the left. Give yourself some space so you're not collapsing into the twist. Yeah, you're receiving the benefit as the heart opens up wide and the collarbone spread as the elbows stack. Keep the left thigh where it is. Inhale, back to crescent pose. Deep breath. Circle the arms overhead. Keep the right hand where it is. Release the left hand to the back of the right leg. Reach the right fingertips up. Roll the shoulders down the back. Feel the center of the heart opening. Deep receiving right back into that central channel at the middle of your heart space. On the inhale, left arm reaches up. Deep breath as you lift. Hands to the mat as you exhale. Step the left toes back and let it all go. Inhale, heart rises high. Exhale, tuck the toes, press back, pause in down dog for a moment. So keeping this down dog shape, lift the right toes just a couple of inches and then stack your right foot to the outside edge of your left foot. Just cross the right leg behind the left leg and then very gently walk your hands all the way to the back of your mat into a calf stretch. Fold over your thighs. Let your head hang. Let your arms be heavy and check in for a moment. How's your breath? So you might all be warm already. You might already have quite a bit of sweat and heat going. But is there anything that you're still holding on to that's outside of this room, outside of this space that maybe you could let go of? Let go of distractions, let go of any unnecessary tension, and see if you can really listen to the sounds your breath makes. See if that's what you can hear the most. Take one more big inhale. Keeping the legs crossed, walk your way back out. Downward facing dog. One hand at a time. You just make your way back out to the top of your mat. As you ground into the inner hand, it firms its way down into the mat. On the inhale, lift your right leg up and back. As your right leg reaches up and back, toes point down toward the floor, heel presses back. Right knee to the right elbow, get it high up that arm and hold it there for a moment. Nothing's gonna move, not the hips, not the shoulders, not the arms. Right knee to your left elbow. Right knee to your right elbow. Two more. Over to the left, over to the right. Last time. Over to the left, over to the right. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Lift it up and back. Lightly step your right foot forward. Pivot your back foot flat. First warriors, your inhale, circle the arms to the sky, rise and lift the chest, really ground through the outside edge of that left foot. Nice, left thigh firms back. Drag your right hip to the back right corner of the mat, and as your arms reach up, notice that you're not in a deep back bend. Yeah, sternum draws down, front ribs release. Beautiful, you guys. On the inhale, reach both arms straight forward toward the top of the mat, spin the palms to the sky, and then suck the shoulder heads back. Left elbow underneath the right, Garudasana with the arms. As the forearms connect, press the forearms together. Lift the elbows the height of the chest. Pause here for a moment and then take the elbows to the sky. Inhale, lean back, fingertips up and over the face. As you exhale, right shoulder, inner right knee, pour your chest down in half. Keep dragging your right hip back. Two more like that. Inhale, elbows to the sky, tiniest touch of a back bend. Exhale, forward fold, right shoulder drops down, inner right knee. One more time. Inhale, elbows to the sky, deep breath to the chest. Exhale, fold forward. This time we hold. Drag your right sit bone to the back right corner of your mat. Pivot your outer left hip down toward the floor. Nice, Kara. Shoot your heart forward toward the top of the mat. All that beautiful space. These are gorgeous, you guys. With the right toes still soft, First warrior's your inhale. Circle the arms back up toward the sky. Deep breath as you lift. Keep the legs as they are. Just bring your hands to your hips. With your hands on your hips, straighten your front right leg. And then step your back left foot up about a third of the way. Back left toes point forward toward the top left corner of your mat. And then as you pivot your back left toes toward the top left corner of your mat, that's going to help you pivot your outer left hip forward toward the top of the mat as well. Good. As the tailbone drops down toward the floor, take a big inhale. Circle the arms to the sky. Deep breath as you lift. Spread the arms out wide. Spin the palms to face behind. And you might take the fists together at the low back. If you have reverse Prastanjali, reverse prayer pose, you'll slide the palms to connect right between the space of the shoulder blades as the inner hand presses together and the shoulders roll down the back. Then take a big inhale. Roll your shoulders down your back like that beach ball is there again. Start to reach the crown of the head toward the back of the room. Take a big inhale at the top. Exhale, fold forward over the right thigh, the right hip drawing back the entire time. Beautiful. Heart drawing forward toward the top of the mat. Think about rolling your shoulders onto your back. As your heart extends forward and out, gaze beyond your right toes, and for a moment, can you hear the sound that your breath makes? Breathe into it even as you create space. Take one more big inhale, deep breath here. Just release the hands as you exhale. Fold over your right thigh. Let your head hang. Give yourself a moment. And if for some reason you notice that you can't stand heavy into your back left foot, you would shorten your stance just a little bit more. Take a big inhale. Pull the chest out. Grow long across the back. Left hand might come to your right shin or to the outside edge of your foot. Right arm to the sky on an inhale, twisting triangle pose. You could use a block for support. As your right arm reaches toward the sky, it's as if your right hand is pressing into a wall. If that right hand was firming into a deep, strong wall in front of it, your right shoulder blade would press into the back of your heart. Good. Drag your right hip back. Send your heart forward. Maybe there's even still a smile on your face. Take one more big inhale, deep breath. Fold forward over your right thigh. Let that go. Let the head hang. On the inhale, glance beyond your right big toe. Start to bend your right knee a little bit. And as you bend your right knee, hug your right hip back. Start to shift your weight fully forward into your right foot. Lift your left leg the height of your left hip. Just a moment in standing splits. Walk your hands in either side of your right foot. Maybe wrap your right forearm around your right calf. Maybe traction your chin to your shin and allow your left heel to drive back. But notice at no point in time are you sitting into your right hip. The entire time the right hip hugs in and the right sit bone drags toward the back right corner of the mat. Take one more big inhale, deep breath, standing splits. Left toes meet the right, forward fold in half. On the inhale, sweep the arms out, rise high, palms touch overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart, bring it into center and close the eyes for a moment. Go inside. Sweat on the skin, clothes imperfect on the body, but such good energy moving through you. Already, you showed up for your practice. You overcame the hardest part. You made it to your mat. So in this moment, as challenging as maybe your practice has been today, or maybe even as busy as your mind has been, you've done it. You've showed up, you've breathed, you've been disciplined, and you've been compassionate with yourself. So just acknowledging in this moment all you've already come through here today. Blink the eyes open. On the inhale, shift the weight into your left foot and gently draw your right knee into your chest. And with your right knee into your chest, your left hand on your left hip, you might stay right here. This is a beautiful place to be. And this is plenty. You don't have to go deeper than this. But if it's part of your practice to reach down with the first two fingers and to hook the right big toe, you absolutely can. Then you might start to extend the right leg toward straight. It doesn't mean it gets all the way straight today. See if you can. Draw the right shoulder head down the back, super tall through the spine, just like that, you guys. So beautiful. Every variation of it, just breathing deep. Keep the hips as they are. Take an inhale here. Reach your left hand to the outside edge of your right foot or to the outside edge of your right knee, and just reach your right arm back. As your right arm reaches back, you might gaze back towards your right thumb. And then it's easy to think about the right collarbone spreading wide, but can you think about the left collarbone getting wide across the chest at the same time? So nice, you guys. On the inhale, spin back to the center. Keep the leg where it is, both arms to the sky. If the knee is bent, start to send it towards straight. Flex the toes toward the face, stacking the shoulders right above the hips. Soften the muscles around the lips. Take a big inhale at the top. Right foot meets the left, arms still overhead. Bend the knees, sit it down, chair pose, Utkatasana, as the weight shifts back into the heels. Bring the hands to the heart as you exhale, left elbow to the outside edge of the right knee, twisting chair pose. So think about if your yoga pants had magnets on the inside edges of the knees and your knees were going to be magnetized together. They would stay side by side the entire time. So drag your left hip back, drag your left thigh back, feel that your knees are connected. They never want to part. Keep them exactly like this. On the inhale, back to chair pose, deep breath, lift the arms to the sky. Exhale, dive and forward fold in half. Inhale, pull the chest out, long flat back, hands to the mat as you exhale, step or lightly float through the vinyasa, let it go. Inhale, shoulders down the back, tuck the toes as you exhale, as you firm the thighs back, pause here. Lift the right leg up to the sky. As the right leg lifts up and back, look at your pinky toe. Notice how it's spinning down toward the mat. Keep that and just walk your hands back 6 inches. Come into a shorter down dog, deep stretch through the hamstring. Really nice, just a slow walk back. Walk the hands back 6 more inches. Keep the right leg lifted, keep the right heel firming back. Pause for a moment, take a breath. Beautiful, you guys. Walk the hands all the way back until they're right underneath your shoulders. Nothing changes with the hips. Rise onto the tips of the fingers. Pull the chest out. Gaze beyond the top of your mat. Take a big inhale. Keep your right arm where it is. Left arm to the sky. Inhale, stack the left shoulder on top of the right. Pull the heart forward. Grow long through the spine. As if you're moving from opposition. Reach the center of the chest toward the top of the mat. Reach your right heel toward the wall at the back of your practice space. Take one more big inhale. Lean back, open wide across the chest. Left hand comes down as you exhale. Crawl your way back out. 3-legged downward facing dog. Really take your time. Legs still lifted. Inhale forward to plank pose. Legs still lifted, toes hovering. Exhale, lower elbows in. Release the foot. Cobra or upward facing dog to lift the chest. Exhale, tuck the toes, shift back, downward facing. Take a deep inhale through the nose, open the mouth. On the inhale, lift the toes a few inches off the mat. Lower the heels back down toward the mat. Good. Take a deep breath in downward facing dog. Lift the left foot a couple of inches off the mat. Cross the left foot behind the right foot. Pause there. And walk the hands all the way to the very back of the mat. As you crawl to the back of the mat, pour the chest over the thighs, let the head hang, and take a few deep breaths. If balance feels okay, if balance feels steady, maybe the eyes even close, you drop inside. Notice that there's a little bit of space between your teeth, that the teeth aren't clenched tight. The tongue is soft in the mouth. Give yourself a second to acknowledge all the good work you've done. Take one more big inhale here. Gently crawl your way back out, downward facing dog. Take your time. As you come back to the top of the mat, on the inhale, lift the left leg the height of your left hip. As the left heel drives back, left knee to your left shoulder, tap and touch. Hold it there. Nothing moves except the knee. Left knee to the right elbow, twist. Back over to the left. over to the right, round 2, send it to the left. Last time, over to the right, over to the left. Inhale, leg to the sky, send it up and back. Lightly step the left foot forward, spin the back foot flat. First warrior's your inhale, circle the arms up and overhead. Left hip drawing back, left ribs drawing back. As the outer right hip spins forward, the right shoulder spins to the top of the mat. These are gorgeous, you guys. Take a moment, feel yourself grounding down into your feet. There's a steady root, a steady base that the fingertips are growing up from, as if the energy could move in every direction. Keep the legs as they are, reach the arms straight ahead, spin the palms to the sky, draw the shoulder heads back. Right elbow underneath the left, Garudasana with the arms. Eagle variation is the forearms press. Take an inhale, send the elbows to the sky, roll the shoulders down the back. Exhale, left shoulder, inner left knee, fold down in half. 2 more to go. Inhale, elbows to the sky, fingertips up and overhead. Exhale, left shoulder, inner left knee, pour your chest down. Last time, inhale, elbows rise, shoulders back. Exhale, left shoulder, inner left knee. This time you hold and pause. Could your heart reach forward toward the top of the mat? Could your left sit bone drag to the back left corner of your mat? As you firm your right thigh, maybe even soften your left toes. And with your breath really deep, inhale, first warrior, circle the arms up and overhead. Hands to your hips as you exhale. Straighten your front left leg. Step your right foot up about a foot. Right toes pivot forward. Use your left hand. Drag your left hip back with your left leg as strong and as straight as it can be without going past straight. Inhale, both arms to the sky. Spread the arms out wide. Spin the palms to face behind. Maybe fists come together at the low back, or maybe the palms connect. Reverse prayer pose. Try to press the inner hand together. As you roll the shoulders down the back, lift the chest, lean the head back, but feel as if the back of the neck is so supported as the crown of the head reaches. Forward fold as you exhale, drawing the left hip back the entire time. Chest draws forward and out, and you stand firmly anchored in the back right foot. The outer edge of the right foot sealed down to the mat. Allow yourself one more deep inhale. Send the heart forward and out. Fold as you exhale. Release the hands down toward the mat. Let the head hang. Give your breath a moment. On the inhale, glance out halfway, deep breath, lengthen the sides of the waist. Take your right hand to your left shin or to the outside edge of that front foot. On the inhale, left arm to the sky, deep breath, stack the left shoulder on top of the right. As the left arm reaches to the sky, draw the left hip into the center line. As you drag the left hip back, shoot the heart forward and out. And as if that top arm is pressing into a wall, send the tip of the left shoulder blade into the back of the heart. Take one more big inhale, deep breath. Forward fold as you exhale, melt in half. Gaze beyond your left big toes. Pause for a moment. Give your left knee a tiny bend. And as you start to bend into your left knee, continue to drag your left hip back. Shift your weight fully forward into your left foot until you rise. Standing splits. Right leg lifts the height of the right hip. Right pinky toe spinning down toward the mat. Crawl the hands in either side of the left foot. Wrap maybe your left forearm around your left calf. Start to draw your chin to the shin. You can use the forearm to traction a little bit of space as you pour over your strong left leg. Right heel driving back. Maybe even spread the right toes. Give them some space. Take one more big inhale here. Right toes meet the left. Fold in half. Inhale, chest draws out. Exhale, forward fold and melt. Sweep the arms out. Inhale, rise on the breath. Hands to the heart as you exhale. Close the eyes. Go inside. Get really still for a moment. As we get still, sometimes it's one of the greatest ways that we learn to listen. Hearing that little voice of intuition, all the goodness that's come by practicing today. On the inhale, blink the eyes open. Place your right hand to your right hip and hug your left knee into your chest. As you hug your left knee into your chest, make sure that the right thigh stays strong, the right thigh pressing back. You could stay right here. This is a great place to be. Or maybe you reach down, you hook the big toe with the first two fingers and extend the leg toward straight. It doesn't mean it gets all the way straight today. And this side might be different than the first side. That would be okay. No matter where that leg is, can you draw your left shoulder head back as if you were sucking the shoulder head back into the shoulder socket as you reach? Take an inhale. Right hand to the outside edge of the left foot or to the outside edge of the knee. Left arm reaches back just like that. So pretty. As the left arm reaches back, reach through the fingertips and then spread both collarbones wide across the chest. Face stays soft, breath stays deep, and if you fall, you just take care of yourself. Come back. On the inhale, back through the center line, reach both arms up high, straighten the left leg, flex the toes toward the face, shoulders over the hips as the low belly lifts. Take one more big inhale here, left toes meet the right, bend the knees, sit down deep, chair pose. As you sit down, bring the hands to the heart, right elbow to the left knee, take a twist to your second side. And you can look down, you can see that your knees are side by side. The right knee wants to push a little bit forward. So find your right femur bone and suck it toward the back right corner of the room. Same thing you found in your lunge earlier in this same shape. Press up with the right palm. Give yourself some space to receive the breath. Beautiful, you guys. Keep the hips where they are. Inhale back to chair pose. Deep breath. Circle the arms above. Dive and fold as you exhale. Melt in half. Inhale, glance out. Grow long across the back. Plant the hands as you exhale, step or lightly float, elbows in. Big inhale, cobra, upward facing dog. Lift the chest. Exhale, tuck the toes, press back. This is it. Dig deep. Lift the left leg on an inhale. Drive the heel back. Right leg stays super straight and strong. Just walk your hands back 6 inches and pause. Give the right leg some really good doses of breath. Opening up the hamstring, giving yourself some deep flexibility that'll last you the rest of the day. Walk the hands back 6 more inches. Pause. Traction the left leg straight toward the back of the room. It doesn't even matter how high it gets. It's just really strong as it reaches back. Walk the fingertips underneath the shoulders. Rise to the fingertips. Glance out halfway. Shoot the heart forward. Keep the spine long. Send your right arm to the sky. Parvarita, Ardha Chandrasana, twisting half moon. Reach that left leg straight back, as straight as that leg can be. Same thing here. That work you've been doing all class. Right sit bone dragging toward the back right corner of the mat. Inner thighs draw toward the center line. Take one more big inhale, deep breath. Right hand comes to the mat. Keep the leg lifted. Crawl your way back out. 3-legged downward facing dog. On the inhale, upper push-up, toes still float. Exhale, hover, chaturanga. Release the toes, cobra or up dog. Lift the chest, yay! Tuck the toes as you exhale. Press back, downward facing dog. Take a big inhale to stretch back. Gaze forward, lower your knees down to the mat. Crawl the knees forward, cross the ankles behind you, roll onto your sit bones, right into Navasana. Lift the knees up and into the chest, and as the knees come up and into the chest, they might stay bent as the toes float off the mat. If it feels right, you wanted to straighten the legs, you could. You could even hold behind the thighs, and you could keep the hands here the entire time. If it feels appropriate, interlace all the fingers except the first 2 fingers, reach those first 2 fingers forward, and then twist over to the right. As you twist over to the right, lift up through your mid-back, your low back, really tall through the spine. Beautiful, you guys. Over to the left, twist it all the way over to the second side. Fingertips reach, mid-back lifts, low belly draws in, back through the middle. Inhale, separate the hands, deep breath. As you exhale, plant the feet to the floor, open the feet away from each other, open the knees out wide, soles of the feet together, knees open out, hook the big toes, draw the heels in, take a big inhale, lift the chest, exhale, forward fold in half. Oh, good couple of deep breaths, heart drawing forward, shoulders drawing down the back. Give yourself a moment now. Start to slow down. Sound of your breath. Starting to cool the heat in the body. Starting to slow the rate of the heart. And if the mind starts to wander or drift at any point in time, just remember you have unlimited invitations to extend to your breath. You can come back to the breath as many times as you need. On the inhale, lift the chest. Bring the hands to the outside edges of the feet. Close the knees together. As you spin the soles of the feet back to the mat, place the hands behind you, fingertips point forward toward the top of the mat. You might keep the knees bent, you might keep the feet flat. If you wanted to extend the legs towards straight, you absolutely could. On the inhale, press into the hands, lift the hips, either upward facing tabletop pose or upward facing plank. Inner thighs spin down. As you press into the arms, lift the roots of the hips. Take one more big inhale, deep breath. Exhale, lower the hips down toward the floor, send the legs straight ahead, flex the toes to the face. Inhale, circle the arms to the sky, deep breath as you rise. Exhale, forward fold and dive. If there's any sensitivity in the mid-back, give the knees a tiny little bend. And allow the heart to draw forward and out. Even here, there's a little splay of the elbows. Give the collarbone some space. And if it feels right, close the eyes and begin the process of extending the exhales. Start to invite longer exhales, deep out breaths. And you've done all of this beautiful work. You've built some beautiful heat in the body. Now you have the time just to slow, to go inside, and to experience some of the great benefits of pause. Take one more deep inhale here. As you exhale, roll all the way back up and all the way onto the back. As you roll onto the back, hug and squeeze the knees into the chest. Rock a little side to side, sway a little left to right. Give yourself a moment, a little movement through the low back. Take one more deep inhale. As you exhale, plant the feet flat to the mat about the distance of the hips. Cross the right ankle over the left knee and flex the right foot. As you flex the right foot, reach down and draw the left thigh into the chest. Just into easy reclining pigeon. Let the back of the head be heavy if it can. And after all of that twisting, it's nice to get down into the seat of the body, into the biggest joint. Breathe into that space. Breathe into your hip. And watch what comes up. Watch if maybe the jaw becomes tight. And see if you can soften the places in the body that you don't need to be using right now. Any thoughts about anything outside this practice and this time that you've carved out, it can wait. Allow yourself the opportunity to invite the breath back if the mind wanders or drifts. That sometimes we have to practice being still, and that's okay. Every day is different. Every practice is different. Every time we show up on our mat, we don't always know what to expect. So allow yourself the opportunity to breathe in to whatever is there in this moment, and to let go of anything that comes up that you really don't need. Take one more inhale here. Spread the arms out wide as you exhale. And then allow the right thigh to slide on top of the left. Cross the legs deeply. Drop the knees to the left. Shift the hips and the gaze to the right. Easy twist. Allow your shoulders to anchor down to the mat. Allow your belly to soften. Your breath deep down into your low back. And very gently on the inhale, rolling onto the back. Uncross the right leg, plant both feet flat to the mat. With the feet about the distance of the hips, cross the left ankle over the right knee, flex the left foot, reach down, draw the right thigh into the chest. A few breaths. Head heavy. And maybe the eyes close. But if the eyes don't close, if that's not right for you today, maybe find a point up on the ceiling where you can soften the gaze. And then listen to the sound of your breath, even though it's maybe slowed down significantly. Maybe it's even quieted quite a bit. Can you attune to the sound of your breath? And notice. Notice maybe when you want to run away. When something other than this pose or this shape becomes interesting to you, or when you feel the urge to fidget or fix. And see if you can come back to the breath and watch whatever that urge is gently slide away again. And in that way, our practice becomes a meditation in action, not just something that's about poses or shapes. We've moved the body, we've sweat, we've worked. Now we're prepped, we're ready for this work right here, the work of simply being. On your inhale, spread the arms out wide. Slide the left thigh on top of the right, cross the legs deeply, drop the knees to the right, shift the hips and the gaze to the left. Give yourself a simple, easy twist. Let the left shoulder root to the mat be your anchor from which the knees move. And this is it, your last twist of the class. If there's anything left for you to let go of, see if you can leave it here on the mat. If there's something you don't need to take with you out and into the rest of your day, this is your last opportunity to ring out and to surrender, to fully release. On the inhale, come back through the center line, uncross the left leg, reach down and hug the knees into the chest, wrap the forearms around the knees, bring the forehead up to meet the knees, squeeze the fingers, squeeze the toes, take one last deep inhale, hug and squeeze everything in, and exhale to release. Send the legs forward. Let the feet fall away from each other. The arms come down by the sides and the palms spin up to the sky. As the shoulders roll underneath the body and the feet fall away, allow yourself to fall into a deep, full, final rest. very gently starting to deepen the breath. A little fuller inhale. The eyes still closed and the body is still very soft. Bring a gentle movement back into the fingers, back into the toes. And sweeping the arms up and overhead, growing long, expanding from the back of the room all the way to the top of the mat. Hug and squeeze the knees into the chest. As you squeeze the knees in, roll to the right, curl up just for a moment. And then treating your transition as a continuation of your practice, mindfully and consciously pressing down into your left hand, rising all the way up to sit. With the legs crossed, stacking the shoulders over the hips, bring the palms together at the center of the heart. Bowing the eyes down toward the tips of the fingers, acknowledging yourself for making time and space for practice today. And acknowledging that we now have the opportunity to step off of the mat and be full again. We've let go of the things that no longer served us. And the opportunity is now to welcome the new in. Allowing your practice to carry with you. Inhale the hands to the forehead for clarity of thought, the fingertips to the lips for thoughtfulness of speech, and the hands to the heart for consistency of action, allowing your practice to guide you through everything you're thinking, saying, and doing. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth. Namaste.